Hey, this one's called Symphony. It's a bit of a channeled message that I got a while back. Yeah, just side note, like I watched this video of one of Bash's videos where he talks about frequencies and how his people, our star family, use frequencies. And after I watched that video, I kind of got this message come through because I found it really interesting, and obviously they answered my kind of internal questions that I had going on. So this is what came through. My island home was the home of the Wadjet peoples. The purpose of the Wadjet and the Wadjet peoples of Lemuria was to entrain the languages Basha spoke of in the video you just watched. A musical nature of the language of elements combining said frequencies within one's beingness to see through logistical pathways of the mind is to utilize these frequency dynamics, language if you will, to harmonize yourself within to the without, becoming a part of, at one with, your natural environment and nature itself. The natural nature of all elements, as within, so without. We trained individuals using the Wadjet method. It was a personal tuning instrument to withstand outside frequency influences by manner of retuning yourself and immediate surroundings at any time you so choose. It is a harmonic calibration device. It can put a tone into an object, as singing to a plant or glass of water. It can empower said personal object with a tone. Knowledge, gnosis of frequency harmonic dynamics was used to interpret and extrapolate the diagnosis of the requirements, all depending on the purpose and desired result. Yes, the ankh was another such tool used to impart a particular tune into an object. In this instance, its sole purpose was to tune the pineal gland. It was made from gold, as it is a great conductor and resonates with a particular current or frequency. The rod you are thinking of is also a tool tuning fork. It was made from different materials and of different lengths for different purposes. The rod would be the conduit of a resonating frequency, depending on the desired result or effect of the frequency, which in this case was mainly used as a healing tool for the body or an instrument of learning and expanding the mind. As in Basha's talk about learning frequency language through bodily immersion techniques, you could use this tool to calibrate your energy centers in order to reach higher states of awareness. At that point, your body could absorb and harmonize more fully with the harmonies of the universal energies, elemental wisdom, keepers of the lost ark of the covenant. Yes, this shield you are thinking on, which you saw in the movie as a breastplate of multiple stones of destiny. Each stone would resonate at a particular frequency, which could be struck in a particular pattern, creating chords, harmonies, or melodies that would travel through the body of the individual wearing it and then into an object or patient using connecting frequency conduits such as the rods and similar devices, or just through the hands of the master of the stones. Gold on the body and in the body was used to enhance the effect of the treatment. You're asking, how do you learn or get this gnosis of the stones and frequencies, etc.? Well, a lot of this is intuited and channeled as you are doing now. These individuals were connected as you are, and as their frequencies rose, they began to just know things. Then they began channeling, and then they began doing, just like you have. Effectively being guided through the learning, understanding, training, and implementation of these techniques and wisdoms. It is what we do. Haha, some more puzzle pieces for the human race sent down from outer space. Hey cat. This means what we say it means. We as a species have been assisting those of you down there from the very, very, very beginning of it all. You ask, who are we? We are and have been a mix of many different races, teachers, students of life in general, harmonizers of the cosmos, if you like. As you have said before, Earth is making a racket and is creating a disharmonic effect within this system. It is our passion and responsibility to assist to reharmonise this sphere. As you learnt in your last job, having a safety mindset and being team focused, being a valuable member of any team, you are not just looking after your own interests, but you look after the interest of all, which means if you see a hazard or risk, you do not just walk by, you do something about it and report it to the team in order to improve the situation and keep everyone safe and educate them as to safer ways of doing things. And in doing so, you foster improved communication and teamwork-based mindsets. It is a continual improvement mindset that we hold and that we foster now in your sphere. That we, as fellow species of this realm, we hold each other accountable to a high degree. We are, I just realised that I wrote, we hold each other uncountable to a high degree, and I think that may have been a little bit of Freudian slip, if that's the right term. They're uncountable, but yeah, they hold themselves accountable to a high degree, and there's many of them. Anyway, I never noticed that before. We are firm believers in creating a healthy team dynamic in this system of stars, as it is now time to add your species to the team once again, the health of the surrounding harmonics being at a critical juncture, making our involvement necessary at this time. We have instigated the increased energies to raise the overall frequencies of the system for more widespread enlightenment to take place in order to achieve the planetary healing with the aid of the human race. One that can see the bigger picture as you can will understand that this is what has been going on for millennia. The gradual movement and growth of the species towards a reintroduction to the team. You ask what happened last time to throw it all out of balance. Something terrible must have happened to go from an enlightened civilization to the Dark Ages. Was the Younger Dryas wipeout an unstoppable natural force? Were we just unlucky? Was it an accidental consequence of warring factions with a high knowledge of planetary energies? Or was it done as a hard reset from an outside faction such as ours for safety reasons, having no other recourse but to do so to save the surrounding system? And did an event like that happen more than once? The Bermuda Triangle, some say, is a result of energy dynamics testing gone wrong. Can you imagine a technology developed on a scale similar to the atom bomb times infinity to no end? If you can wrap your mind around that even slightly, you will see that some were dabbling with technology that their egos thought that they could control. Technology like that cannot be safely tested. If you are not yet able to see or understand some of the consequences, then that technology is too lethal on too many levels. Yes, you see the knowledge was there, but the wisdom was lacking. The civilization became out of balance. It happened because a large group of individuals became interested in mind-based thought, technology primarily, and over time put less focus on their heart-brain coherence, very much like what you are currently going through with your science and technology communities at the current time. This took them to a point of no return, and you could say their experiments led to a matter reactor meltdown scenario where much was destroyed and the Earth had to very quickly adjust itself to create stability in its rotation and balance. It took a long time for this to happen, for a semblance of its natural balance to be restored. You understand this is still going on. Balance, the natural Earth balance, has yet to be fully restored, and we are continually assisting in this. You ask, where were we and what, if any, role did we play in this scenario? Was the technology being developed and tested for a sound reason, like to stop a devastating natural event from taking place? There was a natural event being planned, as in as part of the grander plan of universal dynamics. You know now that some bad things happen sometimes in order for necessary learnings and development of consciousness to take place. This was one such time, and a group consisting of a few different species wanted to control the natural course of things and made decisions to try and counteract and control, bypass, if you will, this and further natural unfoldings of humanity's evolution to free choice thinking from taking place. It is all very convoluted and confusing for certain factions in the mix when some are aware of more than others, and those choose to manipulate the situation in order to gain purely for themselves but appear to be helping the others, effectively leading these individuals with a lesser understanding of the bigger picture to their own doom, so to speak. Yes, it was a terrible case of certain individuals having their ego pumped up in a narcissistic way by these others that had opposing views to ours, and it very nearly worked, or destroyed everything, depending on which way you look at it. In the grand scheme of things, though, as you are aware, it all happens as it is meant to happen for all involved. The necessary lessons were energetically learnt by all parties, us included. There are too many to list here, but if you think about it from a personal level, you will understand on the grander level as well. As you have learnt, the grander dynamics are very similar to your personal dynamics. So here we are again, you could say, but not the same. All those energies have come around again to test or give us all the opportunity to experience and learn together again. Just as your personal cycles repeat themselves until we learn and adjust, so too do the grander cycles repeat. So we are here to promote a healthy teamwork mentality, seeing the blessings of having a balanced and diverse spectrum of inputs with a focus on a safe and environmentally friendly approach to all things, great and small. And with that continual improvement approach you so love, where all mistakes are considered quality improvement opportunities that have the ability to teach and heal our egoic programming around guilt, shame, blame and fear, leading us all into a time of healing from the micro level to the macro, continually readjusting ourselves and our environment to improve our harmonics and ensuring the melody with the rest of the system is tuned to a delightful symphony we can all be proud of contributing to.